The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas.
That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors.
The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's not a secret that finding a new car this year is a little tricky. Between chip shortages and supply problems, there's more reasons than ever to come to our no-problem dealerships when you need a new car or truck. Our acquisitions team works hard to make sure that we have a great selection of vehicles to choose from, and our easy-to-buy, easy-to-do business with sales team is ready to deliver the same great value price that we've had for nearly 20 years. Teton Toyota, where it's always no problem to buy and service your car.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Idaho High School football here at Ravston Stadium. The Idaho Falls Tigers, the home team, taking on the Thunder Ridge Titans. Lauren Jensen, along here with Josh McGauley and Matt. Matt filling in with us here tonight a little bit, helping out his first inaugural broadcast here on IdahoSports.com. Is that right?
Yeah, yep.
So we're glad to have Matt here with us tonight. Is going to be a great ball game. The two teams here, the Thunder Ridge Titans come in 1-1. The Idaho Falls Tigers 2-0 on the season. They went 0 for last year, 0 for 9, and they come in a great start to the season, 2-0, as they get ready to face off against a conference opponent in Thunder Ridge. This is an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valleywide Cooperative. I want to thank some of our local sponsors for tonight. You'll be hearing a little more from them as we go through the evening. Teton Toyota, of course, and Teton Volkswagen, Rockwell Homes, Thompson, Holman, and Weiler, and C&B Operations. Huge thanks to all of them for sponsoring tonight's game. Taking a look at Idaho Falls, we mentioned Idaho Falls, of course, 2-0 on the season. They defeated Hillcrest 41-7, so a big win over Hillcrest, and then defeated Blackfoot, like we mentioned. This was just last Friday, 34-33. The Titans, on the other hand, 1-1, as they're they defeated Blackfoot the opening week, the last week in August, 26-25, and then they lost to a very good Skyline team last week, 39-18, in a non-conference matchup. So these two teams, a similar opponent in Blackfoot. Blackfoot traditionally a very good 4A team. Both these schools, of course, 5A, but traditionally Blackfoot's been very good over the last few years. Had a couple down years, but a very similar result from both of these squads against a similar opponent. So I look to having a very good football game tonight.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for a high-scoring game. It seems like their offensive has been clicking pretty well. As soon as they get attacking, I think we'll be seeing some high scores, and a little bit of defensive coordinators getting pretty mad.
We've got the coaches on either side of us, so it'll be, well, we have the Thunder Ridge coaches to the left of us, so we'll definitely be able to hear them if things go poorly on their side. Yeah, both these teams scoring very well in this ball game, or in their season thus far. So high scores, scoring up in the 30s, high 20s and 30s. So we might see some fireworks as this game goes on. Both teams are out onto the field, and we are getting ready for the national anthem. We have the Idaho Falls Marching Band here to do the honors. We're going to step away for a quick break as we honor our nation. This is IdahoSports.com. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Scott here from Teton Honda in Pocatello. Our dealership operates on a no-problem philosophy that's designed to put you in charge of your next vehicle purchase. Prefer to shop online? No problem. Evenings or weekends? No problem. Need a wide range of financing and leasing options? No problem. So whether it's one of our beautiful new Hondas or just a vehicle that's new to you, at Teton Honda, we'll help you find the perfect vehicle for your needs. Experience car buying like never before at Pocatello's only no-problem dealership.
Well, welcome back here to Ravston Stadium as we get ready to have the captains meeting out in the center of the field. Nice to be able to see that this year, as last year often that was not part of the football game and definitely not part of basketball games. So very nice to have the captains meetings. We've got our officials down there on the field. In what's been a short week, it feels like this week has lasted forever. I'm glad to be here watching football versus what, probably the rest of us have all been doing the work with, doing the rest of the week.
I know, I'm so excited football's back. Oh, I'm very excited that football's back. Man.
It's a great time of year. Of course, the NFL kicked off last night, and a full slate of games this week. College is underway.
Yep.
It's just, some people say that Christmas is the most wonderful time of year. This might be the most wonderful time of year, actually.
Second week of September. Christmas for some gentlemen and women.
And that's right, some ladies as well. Okay, here we go. We've got the captains coming out onto the field. Teo Johnson, the starting quarterback for Thunder Ridge. Of course, Teo standout on the basketball team as well, senior this year for Thunder Ridge. And for the Idaho Falls Tigers, Skylar Olson, the 6'5" senior, he has started as well last year, and he is having a good year this year for the Tigers, as is Teo Johnson.
Yeah, it seems like the Idaho Falls team were looking for somebody to step up, and Skylar's definitely needed to do that, and they have so far.
I believe our white hat down there for tonight, I think it's Blair Peepo, if my eyes aren't deceiving me. Getting ready for the coin toss.
It's pretty impressive.
Well, I get to know a few of these guys, and throughout the years, and Blair Peepo, one of the best here in District 6, both in football and in basketball as an official. And you gotta give these guys some love, the officials, when they're out here and when you have an opportunity to, because from here on out, they're not getting complimented most of the time for the evening unless it's from each other.
Yeah, they will have 5 friends for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. That's themselves.
That's themselves. No, this is a great crew, and I will say that coaching staffs in the area here, players, pretty respectful in my experience over the years. Yeah, and that is definitely Blair Peepo. I can hear his voice picking up on my mic. So Idaho Falls looks like they won the toss, and they opt to receive. So Thunder Ridge will do the honors of kicking this thing off as the teams gather. While we're waiting for that, we want to thank Rockwell Homes in Idaho Falls. They're Southeast Idaho's #1 home builder. By using local subcontractors and upholding the highest quality standards, Rockwell Homes strives to exceed your expectations to create a unique and innovative home tailored to your needs and lifestyle. Are you ready to start building your dream home? Let Rockwell Homes help design the perfect place for you and your family to call home. To see available homes, floor plans, and other great information, go online to rockwellhomes.net. The Johnson family and everyone at Rockwell Homes are proud of the local student athletes and want to wish them best of luck in tonight's game. And Rockwell Homes, huge thanks to them. They're sponsors for both of these squads on the field tonight. Also, take a look at, first off, the Friday Night Flash on the website. You can get score updates from all over the state as we get them in. And if you have a score, there's actually a text line. You can text it in as well. But if you haven't got your Gridiron game picks in this week, stick around for it next week and take a look at those. You can win $25 if you pick the most games for the weekend or for the night tonight. And I think it includes tomorrow. There's a couple of games tomorrow as well. You get $25. That's not a bad deal.
It's not bad at all.
The winner for the entire regular season, it's all based on just absolute picks. There is a tie break on one of the scores in case people tie, but if you're the regular season winner, you're going to get an extra $100. So just from picking some high school football games, it's challenging to pick high school football games every week.
I probably could do better than my March Madness brackets, though.
Well, that's probably true of everyone, especially from this past season. Well, here we go, about ready to get going. Rick Stowers down there on the field as well, coming to our near side. I believe that's Rick Stowers. Yes, it is. Not sure who else official-wise we have out there tonight, but getting ready to kick off. Number 11, Ryan Johnson. Short kick and taken on the return. Still on his feet, spinning away from tacklers. Now has run into trouble, and it'll get tacked down about the 34-yard line. That was Bo Anderson, the 5'9" senior on the return. Good starting field position for the Tigers. You know, and none of us, we haven't been able to see Idaho Falls or Thunder Ridge yet this season. Just seen scores, seen some highlights here and there. So I'm really excited to see both these teams match up against each other, see what the offenses look like, the defenses.
I'm excited to see how Skylar plays.
Skylar Olson, 6'5", that's what they've got him listed at. 215. 6'5", might be a little generous, but he is a pretty big kid.
We'll give it to him. Yeah, he definitely is a big kid. Looks like he's got to take off some jewelry.
About 17 wristbands. That and bobby pins as officials. Those are the things that we are in charge of. Handoff goes to the running back, Kian Jesperson. And he's going to pick up a couple of yards, maybe 3. Kian Jesperson. 5'11", 200-pound senior running back.
Yeah, he looks like a big kid. Looks like a brawler. Looks like he wants to meet somebody in the hole, that's for sure, if he gets the opportunity. But he did look like he did come up with a little gimp already.
He took a shot there. He'll stay in the game next to Olsen. Handoff will go to him again. This time he's got room to run. First down and more out near the straightest midfield line in the game. Kyan Jesperson for a first down out to the 50-ish. There's a rise in the middle of the field. You know, it's pitched. Yeah. The field's pitched, and it kind of threw off the lines today. Either that or there was a flat tire on the paint cart.
That might have been it.
Handoff again. Jesperson again up the middle, picks up about 3.
Okay, maybe he doesn't have again. 3 straight carries.
Yeah, good. Really relying on Jesperson here early. Olsen not having to throw off or show off the throwing arm yet. Now he's back to pass. Just a little curl route right in the middle, caught. Hunter Miller with room to run all the way out inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Hunter Miller, a big part of last year's team as well. And he picks up another first down. And right now the offense for the Tigers is clicking.
Yeah, it seems like they already had this planned out. 3 straight runs, play action. Got a little curl route right there to go.
Anderson in motion, back to pass. They swing it out to Anderson. He's got one-on-one, makes the first man miss, and then tackled out of bounds down to about the 27, 28-yard line. Or excuse me, 23-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Tigers. 9:46 left here in the first quarter, just underway here at Ravston Stadium. And we got movement from the right side of that line. Big number 69, that is Landon Knighting, and he is a massive man.
He is a big boy.
6'5", 286. I love it how it's 286. Not 285. Exactly. Don't short him that extra pound, 286.
Makes me think they actually
maybe weighed him. So after the 5-yard penalty, it's 2nd and 10. Jesperson, a little hesitation at the line, but picks up about 8 on the carry just inside the red zone. And it's 3rd and 1 now. Kyan Jesperson. He's got 4 or 5 carries already on the evening. Here in the first drive of the ball game. 3rd and 2, they say. Jesperson takes it, big room to run. First down and more inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Kyan Jesperson.
Yeah, I think I found their game plan for the first drive.
They are happy to run the ball with him holding on to it. And it's 1st and goal. 8:40 left here. They say at the 9 officially. Olsen now man in motion. It goes to this man in motion. He gets taken down to the 4. On the carry there, if he'll turn and look at us. Yep, number 12. Sam Gamino Salinas. Junior running back, 5'8", 185. Sam Gamino Salinas. 8 minutes left here in the opening quarter. 2nd and goal for the Tigers from the 4. Jesperson. There, the flag comes in. We're going to have holding more than likely against Idaho Falls. Got him up around the jersey neck area, it looks like. Holding on the Tigers is the official call from Mr. Peepo. That'll back it up 10 yards from the spot, so we're going to be 2nd and goal, but from a lot farther away, all the way back to the 17-yard line. So 2nd and goal again for the Tigers. We'll see if Olsen Maybe shows off the arm a little bit here. He hasn't really, other than that one kind of just stop route, he hasn't really thrown down the field much. Jesperson empties out to the left side. Olsen's in trouble, squirts away. Oh, and a huge holding penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be, they're going to be coming back a little bit more.
And Knighting pleading his case, saying, man, they're not even close to the quarterback, which might be an argument, except for he almost tackled him.
I think he did bring him down, didn't he?
It was pretty close. So it'll be 2nd and goal, but from way back. We're going to be out back near the 38-yard line. Yeah, 1st and goal from the 9 turns into 2nd and goal from the 37. That's not
These
good.
Are big penalties.
30 yards worth of penalties here. Still 2nd and goal, though. Actually, you'd want 2nd and, say, like 10 from here rather than goal, because 37 yards. Empty backfield, 5 wideouts. In trouble, Olsen goes down. Sacked by number 6, Paul Fitzgerald, the defensive end, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 45.
Yeah, he fought that right tackle's hand pretty well. He got to him pretty quick.
Yeah, no chance for Olsen as he kind of came. And Olsen didn't see him until late.
Very low.
The ball is placed at the 45-yard line.
So 3rd and goal from the 45. How often do you have to punt when you're 1st and goal?
I know, they're still in goal.
Olsen down the field. He's got a man that's going to pull it.
Is there a flag?
No, wow. Flag. I thought that he ran over the receiver turning, trying to come back, and the defender just ran into him. I'm a little surprised not to see a flag there. But that's going to, nonetheless, there is no flag, and it's going to be 4th and goal now from the 45.
4th and 45.
It looked like that official didn't get down there fast enough to throw that flag.
Yeah, and you can get that call from the back judge as well, but neither of them felt like it was. There was a little discussion with the Idaho Falls sideline as the snap goes through the punter's leg. He's still booting it. It's still loose. And I think somehow he came up with it, but all the way back at the 25-yard line.
Oh, man.
And I think the punter got rolled up on a little bit as he shook up a little bit as he was trying to grab that ball, but he had 3 Titans just collapse on him.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's still down.
Yeah, he really got rolled up on funny as he was reaching down to grab that football. A little frustration on the field. I want to thank another one of our sponsors, Thompson, Holman, and Weiler. They've served East Idaho for over 25 years. The law firm offers extensive experience in a wide range of legal services and represents a broad range of clients from local individuals to international corporations. They realize how important a client's case is to them individually, so they strive to give each case the attention it would receive if the client was handling it themselves, no matter the size. If you need an attorney, call Michael White at Thompson, Holman, Weiler today at 208-522-1230 or visit their website at thwlaw.com. That's thwlaw.com. Thompson, Holman, Weiler is proud to support Idaho Falls football. And for all your commercial John Deere, this is the one I love. We're talking about John Deere equipment here. For all your commercial,
young growing up ages.
That's right.
55 years ago.
For all your for all your commercial John Deere new and used agricultural equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at deerequipment.com. Just spell it out, DEEREQUIPMENT. That's Deere Equipment. like the deer,
Like
John
the deer,
Deere.
yeah.
Everybody that's listening to this knows John Deere. I mean, we're not in, New York City. We're not in Chicago. We're in Eastern Idaho. Everybody knows John Deere equipment. That's DeereEquipment.com. C&B operations in Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, and Rexburg are proud supporters of Eastern Idaho athletics. So what a crazy sequence as Idaho Falls was driving. I mean, they had a great drive. They're first and goal from the 8.
Were they first and 4, I believe?
Or maybe it was they got to the 4.
Yeah.
They started first and goal, but
At
they
the
ended
8,
up
yeah.
second and goal at the 4, and then from there it just went backwards and ends up on the opposite side of the field at the 25 for Thunder Ridge after the botched snap on the punt. Just a crazy sequence of events.
We'll look back at this in the fourth quarter and see how big of this drive was.
Well, and
that's a crusher this early in the game too.
And their punter got injured on the play as he got rolled up on by a few players. I would assume we'll see him back. He's coming off under his own power. But if you do lose your punter, now who do you go for the kicking game? Most of these teams don't have 2 and 3 deep at the punter level.
We watched him in pregame hit a 50-yarder.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, in high school that's a weapon. So.
Yeah, not only does he punt, but you're right. Kicking PATs, kicking field goals. So here we go, Thunder Ridge, their first time on offense, gifted with a great field position, starting at at the Tigers' 25-yard line. Wow. First and 10. Teo Johnson, the quarterback, number 8. To his left, number 22. That's Tanner Storer. Dumps it off to Storer. Storer, some good blocking and pick up good yards inside the 20, about 7 or 8, down to the 17. Tanner Storer, listed as the fullback. 5'11", 210, so a good-sized running back, fullback as well, as he'll shift over to the right side of Teo Johnson now. Johnson in the gun. Both these teams working out of the shotgun. Now he's going to take off and run, and you'll see the athleticism from Johnson here. So now he's going to get out of bounds. Takes a little shove late, but
he got a little help getting out of bounds.
Nothing too big. Teo Johnson said a standout on the basketball team for Thunder Ridge as well. Just a straight-up athlete. As he has Thunder Ridge in their, now I can't even remember, their 3rd or 4th year as a high school here?
I think it's their 4th year.
4th year. On the east side of Idaho Falls.
Looks like we got some Wildcat.
Yes, Tanner Storer lined up to take this snap. Johnson split out to the right. Now Johnson in motion, and Storer will take it himself. You see that was not Storer. That was 25, I believe.
Yeah, how often do you see your quarterback being the decoy on a Wildcat?
That was the actual running back listed, Jaden Sauter. Yeah, not often.
Not often. That just shows you how athletic he is.
Yeah, he is one of those players that could likely play. You're not going to put him on the line. He's not that huge guy, but any skill position he could likely play. And now he's back in at quarterback with Storer on his right. 2nd and about 6.
Oh, here we go.
Johnson
looks like a keeper.
On the run, following Storer, gets caught from behind and rolled out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. So 4:44 left here in the first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 3 upcoming. So Teo in the pistol with Sauter on his left. Again, a little option, kicks it to Sauter. Sauter, touchdown Thunder Ridge. Good blocking on the outside. And Sauter, Jaden Sauter saunters in his second touchdown of the season. And Thunder Ridge now up 6-0. So they capitalize on that short field. You mentioned, looking back at, that whole exchange from that first drive. That could play a big difference as we go down throughout the game.
This could play a big difference, absolutely. And here we are, okay. Looks like they're confusing themselves a little bit too.
Yeah, as more players running out onto the field. They had number 52 was definitely in motion during that play as he ran onto the field. An illegal shift against. So the PAT will not count due to the penalty, and it'll stay 6-0. The Thunder Ridge Titans, though, they capitalize on that short field after that debacle of a 1st and goal from Idaho Falls. We'll see if Idaho Falls can regroup here on their second offensive possession.
Yeah, I definitely think they will. Skylar looked good, so did their running back, and I think they're going to go do exact same thing until that doesn't work. They got some misfortunes and things that they can fix, but they'll definitely be able to fix those.
Yeah, Skylar Olson completed some passes, just a couple, but the big key to that drive for Idaho Falls was Kyan Jesperson.
Yep.
And, yeah, absolutely, they will look to go back to him, I would assume, as Thunder Ridge kicking back to the Tigers. Tigers, of course, on the far side. That's their home side over there. Some bright hunter orange across the way from us, as well as the Welcome to the Jungle sign right in front of the student section. Got the pep band, marching band out again tonight. It is good to be at a high school football game on a Friday night here in eastern Idaho. The weather's held off. I was driving home from Boise today. It was windy and it was raining and there was dust blowing everywhere. It's a little cloudy outside, but other than that, a beautiful evening.
Beautiful.
Kick takes him into the end zone for a touchback, and the Tigers will take off again on their second possession, 1st and 10 from the 20. If you're interested in joining the team at IdahoSports.com, we're always on the lookout for talented people that want to get involved in what we do. Sales producers, camera operators, writers, photographers, even broadcasters. Just email editor@IdahoSports.com. That goes to our owner of IdahoSports.com, Paul Kingsbury. Hand off to Jesperson, maybe gets a yard as he falls forward to the 21. And remember, it's early. We're still got 3:38 left here in the first quarter, but stay tuned for the IdahoSports.com player of the game for the post-game show. Back to pass. Olsen across the middle, nice hands, caught for a first down out past the 35. Number 2, Hunter Miller. He had a couple catches in that first possession. He is a dynamic receiver. He does a good job running his routes and finding the seams in the zone.
Yeah, I think we've seen that twice now where he just stopped right in that open spot in the zone and was able to get that ball to him.
Olsen handoff to Jesperson. Jesperson hitting the backfield. That's 52. That is not on our roster. It was a great tackle in the backfield, though, by that number 52. We have 50, Ammon Fry, and 54, Carter Hackbarth. So maybe one of those two. There's close. Jesperson again, nowhere to go. They've kind of bottled him up thus far in this drive now, has Thunder Ridge. And it's now 3rd and a very long 8. Oh, excuse me. They're almost 3rd and 10. So basically no gain on that. I thought he'd got a yard or two, but no gain. So basically 3rd and 10 here with 2:05 left in the first quarter. Olsen back to pass. Down the field. It's overthrown. Guys battling, and it falls incomplete. Both guys really going after it. Good coverage there by number 2 and for Thunder Ridge. That is Elijah Johnson, and then it was intended for Peyton Sampson, but good coverage, and they'll punt away. And it looks like we have a different punter out onto the field. Colton Lyda, as Carter Manwaring is their normal kicker, but he got hurt on that botched. Well, it was a bad snap. He didn't really botch it. It was just a bad snap.
Oh, that looks good.
Decent punt, angled away from the return man and out of bounds at about the 25. Probably can't ask for much more than that. Good punt. But there is a flag, it looks like, back at the 30, I think.
Titans will take over on down around the 25-yard line.
Was it roughing the kicker?
It is personal foul, roughing the kicker. I didn't pay any attention. They were around him, but they must have really got into him, so that'll give the Tigers a first down. So Thunder Ridge helping the Tigers out a little bit, keeping the drive moving, is now the ball inside Thunder Ridge territory down to the 48-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. Jesperson, patient running, slips through a hole and picks up about 3, maybe 4 out to the 44-yard line.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
We made mention of the lines. The 50 is not good. I'm assuming the rest of them are probably similar. We just have a great look at the 50 from where we're at. The others don't look as bad from our angle. Back to pass. Olsen dumps it off to Jesperson. Good open. No, he gets away. I thought he was going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. Jesperson makes something out of nothing. Picks up about 3.
Yeah, and that looks like just one of the examples of his size. I don't think you can get him, tackle him up top.
No, you're not going to go high on him, and that's a good point. Number 7, Max Levitt, went high on Jesperson and couldn't bring him down. They swing it out to Hunter Miller, and Miller, he's just a first down machine. Every time he catches the ball, it's for a first down. And it's first down to the 28-yard line. Yeah, Hunter Miller has caught a lot of passes over the years from Olsen. Jesperson with the carry, room to run. 2 tacklers, he breaks free to the end zone, touchdown, Cayenne Jesperson. He broke 3 tackles on his way to the end zone, and he punched one out and put it into the highlight reel for Cayenne Jesperson. They're going to go for 2 here. Hand off to Jesperson. He gets there, breaks the plane, and now it's 8-6 with 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Tigers answer after they kind of blow up their first would-be drive. They had it 1st and goal, ended up 2nd and goal at the 4, and then went backwards from there. They come back on the next play and or on the next drive, excuse me, and get the score and the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I wonder if their kicker going down has anything to do with them going for 2.
Yeah, that was my thought as well when they lined up for 2, not having – I mean, it's one thing to punt the ball away. We all practice punting the ball as kids, right?
Yep.
Pretty much anybody can drop kick a football, but it's another thing trying to kick a PAT or a field goal. Well, what do you see after those 2 drives, one from each of these squads, Josh?
I see a couple of things. I think Idaho Falls, they want to run the ball, okay?
Yeah.
I think their game plan is they want to get with Jesperson and run the ball hard. And it looked like before the running into the kicker, they were at the stop, Thunder Ridge was to stop them, but they got right back on to running the ball, and I think that's their game plan. And Thunder Ridge, they just got to keep doing their quarterback, Teo, is going to continue to show his athleticism and continue to run the ball, I think, too. So we'll see.
So the Tigers are, they benefited with their mistakes. Thunder Ridge definitely benefited from them, able to score on a short field. And then Thunder Ridge returns the favor, runs into the kicker, roughs the kicker, and gives him a first down. And now the Tigers on top. Short kick taken at the 11. And a return up the middle, just got tripped up there by number 9. Otherwise, that might have been a much bigger return. That was Dason Hunter. Dason Hunter, great defender for the Idaho Falls Tigers. Steve Hunter's son, I believe. Steve, a friend of mine, used to be neighbors a few years back when I lived here in Idaho Falls.
So I'm guessing you saw him practice in the backfield a little bit, maybe, or
well, I've seen. Well, those kids were little when we were neighbors.
Oh, okay.
They've grown up a lot, but I've watched Steve's kids play over the years. It's been enjoyable to watch them play out there as Dason, number 9, lined up as a cornerback out there, defensive back. Low snap, nowhere to go. Just got buried by Colton Lyda, lighting him up.
I gotta say, that was pretty
That
cheesy.
was rough. That was rough.
Oh, that was
I
great.
tried. Number 22, the poor ball carrier there. That was Tanner Storer in that wildcat formation again, and he had nowhere to go. He got that snap and was immediately smothered. So the end of the first quarter, the Tigers on top, 8-6 over Thunder Ridge. We're going to step away for a break. We'll be back. This is East Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com.
Scott here from Teton Honda in Pocatello. Our dealership operates on a no-problem philosophy that's designed to put you in charge of your next vehicle purchase. Prefer to shop online? No problem. Evenings or weekends? No problem. Need a wide range of financing and leasing options? No problem. So whether it's one of our beautiful new Hondas or just a vehicle that's new to you, at Teton Honda, we'll help you find the perfect vehicle for your needs. Experience car buying like never before at Pocatello's only No Problem dealership.
Well, welcome back here as Thunder Ridge, as we've switched ends of the field here at Ravston Stadium to start the second quarter. Teo Johnson got a receiver wide open across the middle, across midfield and down to the 41-yard line. That's number 19 on the reception, Zachary Hansen. Mbop, I believe is what the Hansons say. The Hansons, right? Hanson, the group Hanson, Josh, Mbop.
Lauren, I think you better remember a few things here. I'm a little bit younger than you, and I may not know them all.
Back to pass Johnson. And he just throws it away smartly. It'll be 2nd and 10. I wish that we had a camera up here so that you could see your blank stare at me like, what are you talking about? It's probably good that you don't know who Hanson is. They were popular for a very short time.
Yeah, I definitely don't know who. Is it a group? Is it a?
Yes.
It's a group.
Yeah,
okay,
there were
okay.
3 brothers. I think it was 3 of them.
Okay. All right, I'm sure I'll be looking them up on the way home.
Enjoy. You're welcome, by the way. 2nd and 10, just underway in the second quarter, 11:35. Johnson in the backfield. Back to pass across the middle again. A little behind the intended receiver, and then the hit jarred it free. It was intended for Elijah Johnson, but it was a little behind him. That would have been a heck of a catch.
Yeah, and looked like the defender got there just right, too.
Yeah, just in time to knock it free.
Yeah.
And it was the defender hit him from behind, as well, so right where that ball was thrown. So 3rd and 10 now. Let's see what they draw up here. Tanner Storer on the right of Johnson. Out of the pistol. Back to pass. They pick up the rush. Nearly intercepted. It is picked off the deflection. Down the field goes number 17 for the Tigers. That's Colton Lyda. He got the big hit early on in this drive, and now Lyda picks it off. I didn't see who deflected it for Idaho Falls.
What a great, that's to come back to the tip drills that they do in practice. Right there.
It was thrown behind. There is a flag on the play on the return. My guess is it's going to be kind of a crackback block or a blindside block. No, illegal block in the back, so same result, I suppose. 10 yards from the spot, so it'll come back to the... I always hate this when we cross midfield. It always throws me off. Back to the 48. It's like you can't do normal math because you stop at the 50. Back to the 52. Well, no, wait a minute. 48. There we go.
Math is hard.
Math is hard, especially when it doesn't involve, normal. We're going like negative here and things.
Lauren, we'll just keep it on the lines.
At least they're not asking us to multiply, which is nice, or divide. So Olsen hands off to Jesperson. Seems to be a something we're saying quite often. A flag comes in, man. It's going to probably be holding, and good grief, this has been 3 or 4 holding penalties already on Idaho Falls. He picked up about 4 or 5 on the carry. That's going to be negated by a holding penalty. 10 yards from midfield, so it'll be back to the 40. So it'll be 1st and about 18.
Holding called against the Tigers. 10-yard penalty.
Can I just tell you, it's really impressive. That the head ref, the white cap, he can yell pretty loud.
Projects very well, doesn't he? There's of course, one of the officials that's best at that, James Bolin. He is not officiating football this year, but yeah, it didn't matter where you were. You could hear him as Jesperson breaks free down the sideline, a foot race. I don't know if they're going to get to him. Touchdown, Kyan Jesperson. And I'm trying to do the math here. That is 62 yards on that carry. He's over 100 already, 130, 140.
I believe actually he's over
135. Oh, no, you might be right.
Because he had a carry before
yeah,
that.
You're right. He might be pushing 150 yards already in this ballgame with 11 minutes left here in the second quarter.
That's a pretty good stat line. I believe, 12, 13 carries, over 150 yards, 2 touchdowns?
Not too shabby for 1 quarter and a minute of work.
It's not bad.
So they're going to go for 2 again due to the injury to Carter Manwaring. They got a big fullback in there in front. Gamino with the carry, and did he get to there? No, he did not. I thought he got there, he didn't. But it's 14-6 with 11 minutes left as Kyan Jesperson breaks free again for his second touchdown.
That was an incredible run. I don't know if it was a block that opened up. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to the camera, but what a great run. He cut back out to the outside.
Well, it shows off his speed down the sideline, too. You've got, some good safeties back there and some other defensive players, but not able to track him down, even with a little bit of an angle. So the Tigers showing why they're 2-0 on the season as they go up 14-6. Remember, take a look at the Friday Night Flash. If you're a high school football fan, we got scores coming in from all across the state. There's a lot of football games being played tonight from all over the state of Idaho and some outside the state, actually. Some of those North Idaho teams taking on some Washington schools. I noticed, I think it was Homedale playing somebody out of Oregon as well. So a few out-of-staters.
I don't know if you just saw, but the blow-up tiger in the background, just the wind's picking up, and it was attacking some of the cheerleaders. So that was quite a scene for about 30
scary.
seconds.
He's got big teeth. It looks like they're deflating the blow-up tiger so he doesn't fly away. And that's their normal kicker out there. That's Manwaring comes on.
I think he just hit the field goal. I think he went through it.
Nice. Good kick there by Manwaring. Must be feeling a little better. He is hobbling a bit, but it must not be the kicking foot. It's the plant foot that got hurt as he boots that one through the uprights. Of course, these uprights, they are skyline blue, and that is something that the Tigers probably looking forward to on the schedule. Maybe to change those back to orange this year. They've been blue for a few years now, and I bet the Tiger faithful would love nothing more than to smell that sweet spray paint, that sweet orange spray paint here in a few weeks. That matchup, the 8th of October. So about a month away. Josh, you and I believe we're going to be here.
Ooh.
That'll be your first experience with the Emotion Bowl.
I'm very excited, yeah.
It is a great rivalry. This place, good amount of fans here tonight, but it will be packed that night. And I think that might actually, is it a Friday night game or is it on a Saturday?
It's a Friday night.
Friday night.
Oh.
For a little while they did those games on like Saturday afternoons, but they went back to the Friday night, and it's the Saturday afternoons were fun, but the Friday nights just have that feel
That's
to
what high
them.
school football is for. It's Friday night lights.
That's
you know,
right.
and it brings a whole different atmosphere. I'm very excited for that.
Speaking of lights, the lights have been on here for a bit as it is 2nd and 1 here in the second quarter. Johnson back in the pistol for Thunder Ridge, trying to even this thing up. Back to pass under trouble, and he gets taken down. Number 4, Ben Moore. Another one of those defensive standouts for the Tigers over the last couple of years. He gets the sack.
Yeah, he got him there really quick.
Ben Moore, not a big kid. Defensive end, listen to this, 5'10", 170. I could play defensive end at that size. Ben Moore, I'm not quite as quick as him, but that was a great job by Moore getting into the backfield and sacking Johnson.
When you said it, I saw your shoulders stand up a little bit. You were ready.
Put me in. I'm ready. No, these guys, football players, have a different mentality. They like that contact. I'm happy to just lay down. Flag comes from the back judge. It looks like it's going to be a delay of game based on the flag coming from the back judge. And it is. So after the sack and now a penalty, it's going to be 3rd and 11 or 12 now, all the way back at the 30. No, excuse me, the 27. I'm used to having the, because Idaho Falls is playing, I'm used to when Skyline's playing, the sticks are on the opposite side of the field. Johnson in trouble, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's on the run, but nowhere to go as he's pushed out of bounds, short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and about, we'll say 7. So Thunder Ridge will punt away. You know, what I've seen thus far is the defense for Idaho Falls.
Yep.
You know, they gave up that one short field because of that botched snap and things and that Thunder Ridge scored on. But other than that, the defense for Idaho Falls has been fantastic.
They have. They really have. They've been put in some difficult situations, but their defensive coordinator has put a stop to Teo in that run game a little bit. So.
Yeah, they're getting into the backfield. They're forcing him out of the pocket, and then they're covering him once they do force him out of the pocket. That punt hits the back of the coverage men for Thunder Ridge as they're running down the field. That was a line drive.
That was a dangerous punt.
Only got about 5 yards off the surface of the field, and it'll end up hitting somebody at the 40 of Idaho Falls. So now the Tigers, or excuse me, of Thunder Ridge, so the Tigers have a short field now.
Hey, Lauren, what do you think they're going to do this drive?
Well, I would say Hail Mary every play. Now, Jesperson, I mean, who else are you going to hand it to? You know, Jesperson, then you got Hunter Miller across the middle. They just some good offensive threats for the Tigers.
Oh.
First down pass, which is odd, and it goes to, that's number 7 on the reception, I believe. Hayden Turnage, another senior receiver, 6'1", 175, another nice target for Olson. You know, and as this game goes on and we start seeing some other guys get involved, they really do have some offensive weapons. It's no wonder that they've put up as many points as they have thus far in the season. Olson, a little play fake over the middle, caught Bo Anderson, and Anderson stood up. See, that's how I want to get tackled. I don't have to go down to the ground. I just get stopped. That's fine.
Yes, he definitely got stopped in his tracks. So.
Well, I want to softly stopped. I don't want a train wreck. I just want a soft, cushioned stop.
We'll make sure to get a pillow out there for.
Yes, that's what. Lots of pillows. More of a flag football guy. Olson, handoff this time to Jesperson. Jesperson gets away, got spun around initially. Yeah, it did a little bit. He must not have got the face mask, or if he did, he got away with it. That was Fitzgerald, number 6, that hit him and slowed him down. And I think Johnson kind of asked, hey, did he get him around the face mask to Mr. Peepo out there? They did not see it if he did. Olson back to pass. Again, wide open. Hunter Miller sitting in that zone in the soft spot, first down. I'm not sure he hasn't caught a ball that wasn't a first down at this point in the ball game.
And I don't think he's had a defender within 4 yards of him when he's caught the ball. He has found that weak zone for sure.
Yeah, the Titans really sitting back in that zone, and Hunter Miller doing a great job of finding the soft spots, and Olson just putting it on him. Right on the mark. So first down and 10 from the 14. Jesperson bounces it to the outside. He gets wrapped up around the ankles, gets away, and now he gets inside the 9. He's slippery.
I believe the defender tried to push him to the ground. And
I saw that, a big shove.
Forward, I believe.
Yeah. So a timeout is called, I think, by the Tigers. With 7 minutes left here in the second quarter, Idaho Falls driving once again. You can join Idaho Sports Nation on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTube. Just get updates, breaking news, pictures, and more. Click the icons in the top left to follow us now. We haven't joined TikTok yet, and I'm actually thankful for that.
Lauren, we would love to see you do some
I
of the
don't.
dances
No,
for
I don't
Idaho
want to be
Sports.
associated with TikTok whatsoever. It's like the old man thing, I guess, coming out in me. TikTok is just way beyond. Like Instagram, yeah, okay.
Maybe.
TikTok, no. And what's the? There's a newer one than that. That's somewhat
Newer than TikTok?
Yeah.
We might be too old for that.
We'll get one of these high school kids up here. What are you guys using these days? Yeah, it's TikTok, not my thing. That's all right. I'm just old. These kids love it though, and it's great for IdahoSports.com as far as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We do love it. That across the middle and incomplete, kind of off the mark. Intended for Miller that time. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming. Now, and check out the prep casts. We have, in the past we've done a prep cast. We've got regional prep casts now. District 5, we've got, District 6, basically one in every district, and then we have the 8-man football prep cast as well. Each week, they're talking to those experts in those areas. Check out those prep casts. They're a good time. Hand off to Jesperson. Jesperson getting to the corner. What else would he do but run it in for a touchdown? Kai and Jesperson. 3 touchdown runs on the evening.
Yeah, I think he's feeling. I think I saw a little high stepping on the way to the end zone. I think he's feeling himself.
Yeah, not only 3rd of the ball game, but 3rd of the half for Jesperson as he's 160 yards, 175, on 15, 16 carries. And there's still 6:42.
So here we go. They're not going for 2. They're going to kick the PAT. Their kicker is back in.
So he's at 155 is Kyan Jesperson. Sorry to cut you off there, Josh. Just listening to John.
155.
On the they said that in the last couple of games he's been right at 170, 175 for the game. He's well on his way to that. If they get another offensive possession, he'll probably surpass that here in the first half.
We're looking at a 200-plus yard rushing game for him.
So a little not sure what happened there, but back out to kick. That is Manwaring. And nearly got in there and blocked it, but it's up and good. So it's 21-6. The Idaho Falls Tigers, the offense showing what they have over the last couple of weeks. It's not a fluke as they're going up against 5A Thunder Ridge here, conference opponent. Here on their, I think this is their opening home game. I think they played Blackfoot down in Blackfoot. So a good one here for the Tigers. I love that hunter orange across the way. There's some orange and then there's the bright bam. There's the orange.
Yeah, we're going to get blinded here shortly, I bet. I'm glad there's not more of those bright orange shirts up there.
Now that is
I'll have to show you here shortly.
A bright orange across the way from us. And like I said, last year was a really tough year for Idaho Falls. They go 0 for 9, and they had some pieces. You see them here tonight. These kids that were seniors this year, of course, all juniors last year, they had pieces, but they just up against tough teams in their conference, just kind of outmatched in their conference, and they've got a good start this year. They still got a tough road ahead of them, though. They've got to play Rigby, arguably. Now they're ranked number 1 in the state. They're playing Skyline tonight down at Holt Arena. So that game's starting in about 30 minutes. As Manwaring drives that one out of the back of the end zone as well. So a tough road ahead of Idaho Falls, but they're 2-0 on the season, and they're looking really good here in this ball game. Just a complete turnaround from last year. So that's good news for the Idaho Falls Tigers.
I'd love to see the stats of rushing for last year because it seems like they found their the answer for this year, and I think they're going to continue to do that.
I think for me, the big difference, I did see him a few times last year. You know, Jesperson was running the ball hard last year as well, but he's got the line. He's got the blockers up front this year, it looks like a little more to me, that are opening up some holes. He's been a little more patient as a runner as well, but he's getting some help up front as well. Johnson hands it off. Good size hole for Thunder Ridge. That was either Sauter, I think it was Sauter, number 25, the running back on the carry. Yep, Jaden Sauter picks up 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Now the Tigers will also have to face off against Highland. Highland, of course, had a down year last year as well, but they're looking a little better this year too. So a tough road ahead for the Tigers, but they're looking good right now. Something to build on. Teo breaks a tackle. Now he's into the open field and pushed out of bounds about the 40, right at the 40-yard line, it looks like, for Teo Johnson. Thunder Ridge High School, the newest high school here in the Idaho Falls area. I think, like we said, just about 4 years. They're into their 4th year this year. A beautiful school over there on the eastern side of Idaho Falls in the Ammon area. A block in the back on the defense. So maybe not a block, illegal use of the hands or something, a personal foul.
I don't know if I've heard that one yet, but
it wasn't a personal foul, it was just 10 yards, so I'm not sure exactly. I didn't see the signal from the white hat on the play. Tao Johnson in the option, kicks it to Sauter. Sauter had a little trouble hanging on to it and gets whacked for a loss.
Big stop by a slew of Tigers. Number 10 in there, Hunter Herrera.
Number 10, Hunter Herrera, the linebacker, as they strung that out to the sideline for a big loss. About a 7-yard loss on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 17. Just a little bit of a breeze outside, which is nice, getting a little cool air in here. Up here in a nice press box here at Ravston Stadium for us. Ball at the 43. Just under 5 minutes in the ball game. Johnson to the left. He's got a lead blocker, cuts back inside, and then taken down, still short of the line of scrimmage. A couple of linemen get tangled up. One goes to the turf. No foul, no harm, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they're a little frustrated. I think there was a little bit of a late hit at the end.
Yeah, big number 66 for the Tigers. The one took the brunt of it, it looks like. Grayson Thomas, 6 foot, 260. Got tied up with one of the offensive linemen. So 3rd and 13. About 4:15 left in the quarter. Johnson corrals the snap, flings it out wide open to a receiver down the sideline. That's number 1, number 1, Porter Brazee. I think with that bad snap, everybody went after Johnson, and it left Brazee wide open on our near side here.
Yeah, that was a great find from Teo, because he was a little bit under pressure and was able to look up and see the receiver open and be able to get it to him. An accurate play.
And Brazee doing a good job of staying close there to kind of be that dump-off man for Johnson a little bit. And he's wide open all the way down inside to the 29-yard line, we'll say. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Sauter, direct snap. It's cut down at the 22, it looks like. So they get Johnson in motion, everybody kind of keying on him, and the direct snap goes to Sauter. And Sauter able to find a gap as everybody's in motion. And a timeout being taken by Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls head coach Marty Duffin has been a long-time head coach for the Tigers. Assistants, there's tons of them. Well, Darren Monk, a long-time coach at Idaho Falls High School. Used to be the head basketball coach for many years here at Idaho Falls as well. Stepped down from that a few years back. And the head coach for the Thunder Ridge Titans. Trying to find it here. Small. Never mind, they don't list it. We got everybody else. We got the superintendent. I'll have to look it up. Superintendent there. We've got the new athletic director, a good friend of IdahoSports.com, Travis Hobson. Of course, the assistants. Cody Jackson was the athletic director last year. Used to be the head girls coach at Hillcrest a few years back. Of course, Trent DeBell, another one of my old neighbors, and Zach Lords, the assistant principals there at Thunder Ridge High School.
Lauren, I think you've been neighbors with.
Well, I have lived here for like
20 plus years.
Almost 20 years, so.
A lot of the years of your life.
Yeah, some great people around the area that I've got to know over the years through, mostly through officiating and through doing this is with Idaho Sports, and that's one of the perks to this job. Head coach Jeff Marshall, I knew that. Jeff Marshall, the head coach for Thunder Ridge Titans. So after the timeout, 3:43 left here in the first half. 2nd and 7. Actually, that was 2nd and 5, really. Johnson rolling to his right, looking for something, throws back across his body, and it was intended for Sauter, but he missed him. That would have been a terrific completion had he been able to get it to him. That's a hard throw.
Cross your body.
Cross your body, full speed, run into your right and wing it back to your left. Even with a stopped target, that's a tough throw.
Yeah, and I mean, I was never a quarterback, but I believe they teach you not to throw it across your body.
Try not to do that too often, right? You end up throwing it to the other team every once in a while. So 3rd and 5. Teo's going to take it himself. Can't get to the outside. It looked like he had room to run, but he got taken down by number 10, Hunter Herrera. And he's living up to his first name there as he stalked Johnson and dropped him.
I think hunting season just started too, so.
It's, for some people, hunting season never ends, I feel like. It doesn't, it's kind of like, any sports in general, there's always a season going. Like, it might be baseball season, it might be turkey season, it might be pheasant season, it might be, it just doesn't matter. There's always something available. It might just be fishing. Johnson back to pass. 4th down. He's trying to escape. Now he slings it down the sideline, but too far out of bounds. He had a receiver there, but he just couldn't get it to him, and they turn it over on downs. The Tigers take over. 1st and 10 at the 22.
Yeah, I think that was a broken play, and Teo was definitely trying to make something out of nothing, but.
And it was Colton Lyda who's got an interception. He's got a big tackle in the backfield. It was him who didn't allow Johnson to turn the corner and kind of forced him to throw that. It looked like Johnson was going to try to run for it, but Lyda, with his good speed, able to force him into a different decision. Olsen, dangerous cross the field pass. And another flag. Still on his feet is the receiver, Jesperson. I think that was who caught it out there. Yeah, that was awfully close as he threw. It was kind of that hash-to-hash throw on the far sideline, and the route was nearly jumped and picked off.
Yeah, he trusted himself in that throw. That is absolutely true.
So a flag on the play sitting right at the 20, right in the middle of the field. Yeah, those poor flags, they're going to have to throw those in the laundry as they've spent most of the evening in the grass and dirt. Illegal use of hands.
Oh,
A wide variety of things that could be, I suppose. So 10-yard penalty. Maybe they got tired of calling holding, so they just switched it up a little bit with the illegal use of hands instead.
Yeah, they're just dusting off the rest of the rule book here.
Yeah. We're going to dig a little deeper. Let's use some of these not as often called. They sling it out into the flat. That is Sam Gamino Salinas. Picks up 6, gets close. Well, about 3 yards shy, I guess, of the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Tigers. 2:04 and counting here, down to the 2-minute drill here at the end of the first half. 2nd and 13 with Olsen with Gamino to his left. Hands it off to Gamino. And Gamino in down to the 20. So it's going to be 3rd and about 11, it looks like, coming up. Just 1:38 left. Thunder Ridge does have 3 timeouts left. The Tigers just have the 1. So I'm surprised, a little surprised actually, Thunder not using a timeout here to try to save some time here. They're going to get the ball back, but they opt not to. Head coach Jeff Marshall.
Yeah, I think Thunder Ridge is ready to get to halftime and get some adjustments.
Yeah, definitely. They started out hot, and it slowed down from there. Olsen hit as the ball is thrown, and a gimme. A gimme is dropped. Max Levitt had 6s in his eyes. He was pulling out the touchdown celebration dance. He was calling his friends on his cell phone and just dropped it.
Yeah, he was ready to celebrate. He was thinking about what kind of dance he was going to do in the end zone. I don't know if that's allowed in
well, you can do it. It just draws a flag. So that probably the easiest possible interception of his career thus far, and he can't haul it in. Nearly blocked. That I don't think that's going to draw a flag. They got tipped, so they're going to say no flag. Return, about rips the jersey off of the return man, number 3. That's Connor Hall. So now is when you start thinking about those 30, 45 seconds that you could have saved with the timeout. With now you have 49, you could have had a minute 30 maybe, a minute 25.
Yeah, they've got some big decisions here. They've,
and a short field.
And a very short field.
49 seconds left.
On a
Tigers 21, Titans 6.
They're on some part of the 50.
I was trying to figure out what.
Some part of the 50 there. We have a 50. We have like a 49 and a half, 49 and 3/4.
Well, and that's where your 52, 51-yard line comes
Oh,
in.
that's right. There we go. So I had an excuse. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Johnson throws on the move and leaves it short of Elijah Johnson.
Yeah, that was a tough throw to have. You know, running to your left, throwing with your right hand. That's a tough throw.
Now Johnson has the arm to get it down the field. The question is he going to have the protection? And he's been forced out of the pocket a lot. They put him on the move a lot in their offense, so he's not your traditional drop back and throw from the pocket guy. And again, he is, the wind is coming in from the south, so he's kind of throwing into the wind, and it's pretty good. Like, there's probably a 10, 15 mile an hour headwind coming right at the Titans. 45 seconds on the clock. count from the back judge. They get it off. Down the field, it's one-on-one coverage, well out of bounds. Pretty good coverage on the outside there by number 33, I think that is, for the Tigers. Willem Hurley. So Hurley, good defense on the outside against a bigger, taller receiver anyways, James Lamgua.
You know, it's always interesting to me. 33 is Jamal Adams' number for who plays for the Seahawks, and 33 for Idaho Falls is dressed just like him with the same bandages, arms, everything around it. And I wonder who his favorite player is, just out of curiosity.
Johnson, that ball caught, and they get out of bounds. Right, I think he's going to very close to the first down. In fact, I'd say they're going to give it to him if I had to guess. That was a nice catch by number 2 out there, Elijah Johnson. So it is a first down right at the 40-yard line. Gets out of bounds to keep the clock stopped once the ball's set. 33 seconds left. Getting them a little closer here. Makes maybe the Hail Mary a little more reasonable. Well, that's a good point. Thunder Ridge still with all 3 timeouts. Back to pass. Rush coming. Gets it off. Caught for another first down at the 30. So the clock will stop. We'll see if he uses a timeout here.
Number 11 on the play, Ryan Johnson.
Clock's running, no timeout.
17 seconds to the outside. Caught. Now you got to use one, I think. And they do. A little mistake. They were frustrated he didn't get out of bounds there, but they use one of their timeouts and probably a really good spot to use one. And now, well, now Idaho Falls calls timeout. So are we going to make that a 2-minute timeout then? Thunder gets
in one of the hidden rules, I believe.
Thunder gets a minute, and then Idaho Falls gets their minute too. A good first half here for the Idaho Falls Tigers. They are up 21-6. All 3 touchdowns scored by Kyan Jesperson, who's right at about 155, 160 yards rushing on the half. 3 touchdown carries. Not a bad half of work for the senior running back.
Yeah, and a testament to his running prowess. The time of possession, the Tigers lead it. I think I have 15 minutes to 9 minutes. For the Tigers over the Titans.
And sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing, but Thunder Ridge in those 9 minutes, they've just scored the once, and it was quick. It was on, a short field, 25 yards. They scored in a couple of plays. So really, their scoring drive was like a minute and a half, maybe, of that 9 minutes. Sometimes you can score a lot at the high school level, and in 9 minutes, they've just been able to put the 1 touchdown in. They go to the end zone here. Double coverage. Picked off in the end zone for a touchback. Double coverage. Picking it off. Number 18 for the Tigers, Bryce Franco. And a nice, thrown into double coverage there. It was left a little bit short. And so they weren't able to get up to it. Yeah, they just didn't. It just wasn't quite far enough for the bigger receiver to go up and high point that. It was left short, and it gave Idaho Falls an opportunity to intercept it. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver that time for the Titans. 8.5 seconds left here, and it looks like that'll be the last play of the half as the Tigers take a knee, and that'll do it for the first half. The Idaho Falls Tigers in charge in this one, 21-6 here at halftime. We're going to step away. Thank some more of our sponsors here on IdahoSports.com. This is an IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night here at Ravston Stadium tonight. The Idaho Falls Tigers 21-6 over the Thunder Ridge Titans here at halftime. We're going to step away. We'll be right back. on Idaho Sports.
Start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Lead the charge into a brighter future with the all-new 2022 Volkswagen ID4. With an EPA estimated range of 250 miles, the ID4 knows how to go the distance. It's an electric SUV that's as fun to drive as it is stylish and functional. You don't have to sacrifice good looks for great performance. So stop by our dealership today and jumpstart your year with the Volkswagen ID4. Teton Volkswagen, where it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicle.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Through the hype. Our water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valleywide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Scott here from Teton Honda in Pocatello. Our dealership operates on a no-problem philosophy that's designed to put you in charge of your next vehicle purchase. Prefer to shop online? No problem. Evenings or weekends? No problem. Need a wide range of financing and leasing options? No problem. So whether it's one of our beautiful new Hondas or just a vehicle that's new to you, at Teton Honda, we'll help you find the perfect vehicle for your needs. Experience car buying like never before at Pocatello's only No Problem dealership.
Well, welcome back here to Ravston Stadium. It's halftime. The Idaho Falls marching band out on the field. The cheerleaders performed earlier with their tribute to all the veterans. And now we've got the marching band out there doing their thing. Wind, you can see it whipping those capes. There's a pretty good wind out of the south here. And it's raining. I just noticed that. It's raining outside. Coming down pretty good, actually.
You know what, Lauren? Yes, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
I just barely saw it in the lights over there. So the rains finally got here. It was kind of blowing this way all day from the Boise area, and it's finally reached eastern Idaho. Here at Ravston Stadium, again, 21-6, the Idaho Falls Tigers on top of Thunder Ridge. And, you know, Idaho Falls was driving early, looked to be going in for a score. They had it second and goal at the 4, excuse me. And all of a sudden, things went really bad, and they ended up botching a snap on a punt. Gave Thunder Ridge a short field at their own at the 25-yard line. Thunder Ridge scores a couple plays later, so they take the early lead, 6-0. But then, since then, it's been all Idaho Falls, and it mainly all Kyan Jesperson, as he's got about 160 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns here in the first half. It's just been him ground and pound, as well as, you throw in Hunter Miller catching the ball across the middle in that zone from Olsen. And Olsen's done a good job just taking what's been given by the defense.
No, absolutely. And with this rain coming down, I'm going to be very interested to see if Cayenne continues to try to break records. I don't know what the record is for rushing yards in this game, but he could try to be going for 100 more, 200 more with the rain coming down. It's going to be a little bit slippery in the ball. So.
Yeah, especially if the rain continues right now. Coming down pretty good out there. It's not a cool night or a cold night here in eastern Idaho, as we've had it pretty hot here the last few days, but the rain coming in, cooling it off a little bit, probably feels nice for those not getting soaking wet. As you look across the field, maybe you can catch that with the camera, actually. The Idaho Falls High School fans over there, the high schoolers, the kids, there was a sign that was draped over the front of that fence, and right now it is draped over them, keeping them out of the rain. So a little bit wet in the jungle over there.
Yeah, they're trying to hide from it, but hey, at least they're staying here and be able to support the team.
Yeah, good showing from both of these sides of the field for both the Thunder Ridge fans as well as Idaho Falls. So again, halftime here. We're going to take a quick look at some of the scores from around the state. Just pulling up the Idaho's Best Friday Night Flash here on the IdahoSports.com webpage. Let's take a look at the 5A ranks first. Here's Capital all over Centennial, 21-0 in the first half, probably approaching halftime. Rocky Mountain up on Eagle, 28-14. And Timberline all over Meridian, 39-0. Wow, I picked that one wrong. I picked Meridian on that. Maybe the Warriors will have a big comeback.
That looks like my March Madness bracket I was talking about at the beginning of the broadcast.
Of course, the Skyline Rigby game just getting ready to get underway, probably down in Holt Arena, or just barely underway. They're taking on, of course, the Rigby #1 ranked 5A team in the state against Skyline, the #1 ranked 4A team in the state. Looking at the 4A ranks, Preston all over Bonneville, 21-0. Snake River over Blackfoot right now, 14-0. Emmett over Bishop Kelly, 21-0 at half. And Shelley all over Jerome. Man, a lot of shutouts here in the 4A ranks. Shelley 28-0 right now over Jerome. And then we've got the 13-7 Wood River and Burley. Look at the 3A ranks. South Fremont just up the road from us, 14-0 at halftime over Aberdeen. South Fremont trying to make some noise in the 3A ranks. They've cracked the top 5 this week in the polls. Homedale, there's that Baker, Oregon score. Homedale a powerhouse again this year in the 3A ranks, 42-0 at halftime over Baker. 2A ranks, Firth a very good 2A team this year. They took Westside, the defending state champions, to overtime in the first week of the season. Firth all over Bear Lake, 45-8. That's the final from Holt Arena. They started at 5:30. And we've got North Fremont all over Malad, 38-0. There's some good 2A teams here on the east side of the state. North Fremont, Firth, and Westside, of course, down in District 5. And then Westside, speaking of, they're up 21-0 over a 3A Marsh Valley team. So Ryrie, look at that. Ryrie, 20-0 over Valley. So the 2A ranks here out of District 6 showing up well tonight on the football scoreboard. 1A scores, these are the ones that are fun to look at. Mullen 72-20 over Lakeside. The 8-man ranks 56-12, Butte County over Rockland. I picked both of those right, thank goodness. And then, sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say, moving down to Idaho, I've never really seen 8-man football.
Oh,
and all I've heard is high scoring. 72-20 is proof of that.
It is. Well, you just think, you start thinking about it. 8 guys instead of 11 on each side. Same size of field. There's a lot of room to work in 8-man football. It's a lot of fun to watch. Of course, the linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys,
Leighton
Vander Esch, played 8-man football at Salmon River High School here in Idaho.
Explains why he's such a good tackler.
And he was their quarterback as well.
He's an athlete.
He was just an athlete, and at his size at a small school, and he was an animal at Boise State as well. So North Gem 56-20 over Camas County. Butte County, as I mentioned, 56-12 over Rockland. Water Springs all over Mackey, 58-12. Castle Ford 20-8 over Dietrich. That's an interesting one. Dietrich making some, people thought they were right there in the 1A D2s, but Castle Ford, on top of them 20-8. And Deary, there's that Pomeroy High School out of Washington, 50-0 over Deary. And Carey all over Wilder, 46-0. That was surprising. Thought Wilder would hang around with them a little bit. Carey, of course, a fantastic football team, but I thought Wilder would hang around with them. I think that game, it's at Wilder, so Carey on the road putting it to Wilder. So Kyan Jesperson, we just heard the stat, 14 carries, 156 yards.
6 yards, 3 touchdowns.
156 yards, 3 touchdowns. Having himself a great evening as the rain continues to come down, and now we see it running off the roof above us. Few umbrellas coming out. And most people probably didn't bring the rain gear. It was a beautiful day today. It was warm, some clouds, but people didn't bring the rain gear. Now they're all wishing they had, as it's really pouring out there. We're nice and warm inside, out of the weather.
I don't understand why everyone's so frustrated.
Yeah, why is everybody complaining? Well, on comes the Thunder Ridge Titans out onto the field. We're going to take a break. We're going to step away. We'll come back for the second half kickoff. This is East Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com.
Years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back. We're still at halftime here, and the rain has started coming down. As Matt Kelly comes in, all soaking wet from being down out of the booth. It really started raining out there. Everybody trying to cover up and get out of the weather. Some people came prepared with the umbrellas. Many did not.
Yeah, I sadly would have been the part of the group that did not come prepared, because that's how I am. I don't bring umbrellas when it should be there.
My wife is very prepared at all times, so you'd be in luck, because I'm pretty sure there's an umbrella in my truck, and I didn't put it there. So Idaho Falls fakes that they're going to kick from the south part of the end zone to the north, and now they switch. They're going to kick from the north to the south.
Nice little fake play.
Yeah, that tricked me. Of course, I guess had it worked, they'd been offside. So, about ready to start the third quarter here at Ravston Stadium. Rain coming down. Right now, no signs of it probably letting up, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I got to give it to these student sections. There's a student section over for Thunder Ridge and over for Idaho Falls. They're sticking with it.
Nothing better to do on a Friday night. Watch some football as the signs come back down over there on the far side for Idaho Falls. Welcome to the Jungle is back Ball got knocked off the tee. I thank our sponsors again here for East Idaho Game Night. Teton Toyota and Teton Volkswagen, Rockwell Homes, Thompson, Holman and Weiler, and C&B Operations. Ball dropped on the kickoff, but recovered. Now room to run for the return man. That's number 1 down the sideline, but he got out of bounds. Couldn't quite turn the corner. Good return, though, for Porter Brazee, and good starting field position for Thunder Ridge out to about the 37-yard line. Ball a little slick as he tried to catch that on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, it's got me thinking how this second half is going to go when it comes to catching the ball or even just holding the ball, running it.
And our umpire out there, Rick Stowers, he's got the towel, hanging onto the towel to try to keep the ball as dry as possible. That just ends up basically wiping off the outside and rubbing the rest of it in so it's nice and waterlogged. Hand off to Sauter, and good opening run for Sauter. Picks up about 6 out to the 43 or 44-yard line.
Yeah, how long do we have until Rick's towel is about as soaked as the field down there?
Yeah. He's calling for a backup towel. So they give him 5, it sounds like. 2nd and 5, a short 5, as you might see that water dripping in front of our camera off the roof as it drips in front of the lens. Johnson will keep it and gets stuck right at the 45-yard line.
Number 8, Teo Johnson up the middle for a minimal gain.
Be 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Yeah, I think this is a big drive for Thunder Ridge right now. They have to keep this momentum going and continue to either score the ball or even attempt to a field goal or whatever they need to. They need to get some points on the board.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go 3 and out. You at least need to move down the field a little bit. You talked about time of possession, Matt, and this, going 3 and out will really hurt them here. They're going to get a first down the freeway, though, by way of penalty, as somebody from Idaho Falls jumped into that neutral zone. So 5 yards out to midfield. They'll be 1st and 10. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Thanks for joining us here on East Idaho Game Night. Lauren Jensen, Josh McGauley, and Matt Kelly here all with us in the booth. Next to Rick Wallace and John Balgini, longtime play callers for the Idaho Falls Tigers and the Skyline Grizzly. Johnson takes it on the run, hits the hole, and picks up some good yardage. About 6 on the carry out across the 45 to the 44. 2nd and 4. And what I'm watching from Johnson, if I had one critique, it's he needs to hit the hole a little quicker.
You think so?
Find your spot and hit the hole. I feel like he's doing a little more side-to-side movement than hitting that hole hard. I like the patient running, but I think he's had an opportunity to hit the hole a little earlier. Of course, that's critique coming from a guy that quit playing football in 7th grade, so take it for what it is. Hand off to Sauter. Sauter avoids a couple tacklers and picks up the first down. That could have been bad news, and he makes a lot out of nothing. Jaden Sauter had a couple guys had a chance at him in the backfield. He was able to slip under their arms and pick up a first down out to the 39-yard line. So good opening drive thus far here for the Titans. 9:17 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. In the pistol once again, Sauter on his left. He hands off to Sauter. He got a lead blocker there. Cuts it upfield. It's still on his feet. Down to the 30. So good hard running from Jaden Sauter. Sauter showing that Jesperson's not the only one who can rack up some yards.
Yeah, I think this is definitely what they need. Continue to run the ball, continue to attack that interior line and bring up the linebackers because, eventually they're going to do a play action shot.
Just down 2 scores, technically. That's number 5, reaching, trying to get that first down. I think he's going to pick up a yard or 2. That was 5 on the carry for Thunder Ridge. Max Whitehouse, I think his first, he's listed as a linebacker, so I think his first carry of the ball game thus far. Four minutes gone here. A good sustained drive here thus far for Thunder Ridge. A big third down, 3rd and 1. Low snap, hands off to Whitehouse. Whitehouse picks up the first down, still on the move, and finally tackled from behind. But he's inside the 20 to an 18 or 19. Max Whitehouse picks up the first down. So a little bit of running by committee here for Thunder Ridge as they switch off Whitehouse as well as Sauter on this drive. Johnson with a couple carries as well from the quarterback position. And they put him right at the 20 where his knees went down, or where the ball was when the knees went down. So 1st and 10 from the red zone. They're only their second trip to the red zone of the ball game, and the first one came on a really short field. Man in motion, that's Whitehouse. Johnson keeps it himself, tries to cut it upfield and gets tripped up, but he's still going to pick up about 2 or 3 as he falls forward to the 16. Johnson, 11 carries on the evening, 55 yards. Not a bad average, though, through the first 2 games. Heard from John Balgini, averaging about 9 yards a game, or a carry, excuse me. Down a little bit here. Throws across the middle and was almost a little soft to him. Like he tried to kind of float it to him.
Or was it a little soft?
Maybe it got tipped at the line. Maybe that's why it looked like a soft throw that ended up short at the feet of the receiver, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if both these head coaches are trying to keep things on the ground with how wet things are out there.
With just the weather. And not a bad plan. I mean, we probably aren't going to see a lot of big throws down the field. As the rain, maybe it's let up a little bit, but it's still coming down pretty good out there. 3rd and a long 6. They hand it off to Sauter. Sauter cuts up field. I think he's going to end up short of the first down by about a yard or 2. So 4th down. Thunder Ridge went for it the last time they were on a 4th and 3 or so at this point. I would assume they'll go for it again here. They were turned over on downs the last time they did this in the first half.
Yeah, this wasn't even a thought for the head coach. Yeah.
You probably don't have the kicking game maybe that they'd like to have from this distance, so not even a decision to be made. It's go for it on 4th down. You got Sauter and number 22, Storer in the backfield. They pitch it to Sauter. Sauter's got room and blockers. Oh, they cut him down nice. I think he got there with the forward momentum. He was driven back a little, but I think he got there. A good open field tackle by Idaho Falls to come up. I thought he had it first down, no problem. And then he got cut down. Are they even going to measure? Yes, they are.
There it is.
It's awfully close, though. Honestly, I thought he had plenty of room to get to the first down, but the Tigers close quickly and stop him right at the 10. It'll all depend on the spot. I think he got it. Oh, boy, that's close, though.
That's close, oh, yeah.
I mean, by a chain link. The Tigers jumping around like The official couldn't tell where the ball was, but I think that was a first down by the length of a chain.
Yeah, I just watched number 1 Bo Anderson on Idaho Falls jump up and down and freak out, and he went over to the refs and apologized. I believe he noticed what was going on.
It's a little bit like complaining about balls and strikes. That's You're not really going to get anywhere on that one. Johnson rolling under pressure, cutting up field now and tackled around the ankles. Picks up a couple yards. It's 1st and goal now, 2nd and goal at the 8. So a nice opening drive here, 6 minutes. The only thing that'd be better is for Thunder Ridge is if they can get it in the end zone on a nice 6-minute drive and counting. Now, Matt, you talked about time of possession. This one's starting to even things out a little bit.
Exactly. With these 2 running backs have been able to switch off this drive. It seemed like they're seeing some success.
Bad snap. I don't know if it hit the man in motion, but Johnson picks it up off the grass, and he's going to lose yards back to about the 13. I couldn't tell. Did it look like it hit the man in motion on the snap in the back of the foot, or it was just that low? Couldn't tell for sure, but
I know, I'm working the camera. I'm trying.
That ball barely got back to Johnson on the snap. That's why I thought maybe it hit the man in motion as he crossed by. Timing off just a little bit, maybe. But now it's 3rd and goal. Back from about the 12-yard line. 3 wideouts. Back to pass. Now pressure. Johnson steps up, but they're going to close on him. He's not going to get to the first down marker. Popped out of bounds, or to the goal, excuse me. So now it'll be 4th and goal at the, we'll say the 6.
Lauren, what's your decision right here? Are you going for it?
I mean, if you have a field goal kicker, I'd take the points. If you're confident in your field goal kicker. If you're not, I guess you're going for it. We haven't seen, well, we did see the PAT kicker come on and knock it in, but there was a penalty, if I remember, that negated it because they had a man running on way late.
I believe so.
But I'm a little surprised because, I mean, the PAT that I remember getting kicked, it was
perfect.
It was good. I mean, he looked like he had plenty of leg on him. But Coach Marshall's saying, hey, we're going for pay dirt here. 4th and goal. See what their best play is here from 4th and goal. They roll Johnson to the right. Oh, and the receiver fell, and I think he would have underthrown him anyways. Johnson left it well short. The receiver had fallen, but he got back up. I think if the ball had been thrown a little better, they had a good shot there.
Yeah, that was a great route from that receiver. He cut inside and cut right back outside toward the back of that end zone. But yes, the receiver did fall down and slip, and the throw did look a little off as well.
Yeah, Connor Hall was the receiver, and like I said, when he made his cut, he fell, but he got back up in time probably to make a catch if the ball had been on target, but it was left short at the goal line. So another turnover on downs. A nice drive from the Titans comes away empty. So they take 6 minutes off the clock, but they come away with no points. That's tough. A good drive, like you said, Matt. They were mixing in a couple of different guys running the football. They were moving it well, and then a couple tackles for loss, and you get stuck. So they'll switch out the ball for one that's a little less waterlogged. It looks like the rain has kind of stopped now. Got everything nice and wet so that the ball gets nice and soggy, and then it stops. Handoff up the middle. I think that goes to Jesperson. He'll end up at the 9. That was Jesperson on the carry. Picks up couple. Cayenne Jesperson. He has been the man of the evening for the Tigers thus far. 3 touchdown runs, 153 or 156 yards on 14 carries in the first half. 2:20 left. It has been I'm looking at this clock over here. The clock stopped on our right. The digital clock, the one over here, we're down to 2 minutes. So they actually took about 8 minutes on that drive. So I'm looking at the clock that stopped on our right, and the one on our left's actually moving. Gamino Salinas on the carry that time for the Tigers. I'll keep my eyes on this clock on the left here now. 1:50, 3rd and 5 for the Tigers, trying to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
Yeah, this has already come to the point where this is a big play right here.
They hand it off to Jesperson. He's not going to get the first down, so probably he'll force the punt as they're going to be about 4 yards shy, it looks like. It's kind of a delay draw up the middle. And good job by Thunder Ridge staying true in the middle and getting the tackle. And it is 4th down, so they are going to punt away. The punter will be standing just outside, maybe just inside his own end zone. That is Manwaring. Manwaring's got a pretty good leg. The return man all the way up to the 50, but I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, the wind blowing. I can't see where the wind is, but the ball is blocked. The punt's blocked, and it doesn't matter. It's still loose. It picked up in the end zone. It was still loose. The ball came loose. That should be a touchdown. It was never actually covered.
Looks like the referee's pointing at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, maybe they did cover it and then it squirted out later. So at the 4, Thunder Ridge comes up with a big blocked punt. 1st and 10 for the Titans.
I believe that got blocked by number 3.
Yeah, Connor Hall.
Connor Hall, yeah.
Connor Hall was the intended receiver on the touchdown pass attempt on 4th and goal, and he wasn't able to corral that one, so he comes in, blocks the punt, and gives them four fresh downs here from the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Titans. Handoff to Sauter. Sauter trying to get to the pylon. Flags come flying. He does get to the pylon, but it's going to come back. 2 flags came in on that, holding on the outside. So they'll back this up 10 yards from the 5. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 15. The holding penalties have really killed. I can't remember in the first half, was it more Idaho Falls with the holding calls?
It was definitely Idaho Falls. Yeah, that first drive, I think they got 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Brought them back 40 yards on that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what backed them up from 1st and goal at the 4 all the way back to 2nd and goal at the 45.
Yeah.
So now 1st and goal from the 15 for the Titans. Johnson in trouble. Evades initially. He's on the run. Looking to get rid of it. Throws it back wide open to the back of the end zone. Too hard. He had Porter Brazee wide open in the back of the end zone, and this time instead of underthrowing, he overthrows him.
Man, but I gotta say he was all out running for his life, and just to look up and see the number 1 just wide open in that end zone, just to even think about throwing to him with a slippery ball. Gotta give it to him.
Yeah, he had him there too. Just overthrew him. I thought it was going to drop in there, and then Brazee backed up against the back of the end zone. Just couldn't get up and get it. 28 seconds left here. 2nd and goal from the 15. Again, just a huge rush on him. He's in trouble. Ball comes free, but gets out of bounds. Thankfully, if you're a Titan fan, Johnson had it come loose as he was falling out of bounds. So now 3rd and goal all the way back at about the 22 or 23-yard line. These red zone trips for these teams have not been executed very well in this ball game. You get inside the, and not even red zone trips, it's been inside the 10, inside the 5, and all of a sudden it's like we got to go backwards. Either by way of penalty or by way of tackles for loss. They have backed themselves way up to 3rd and goal from the 22. Johnson's been running for his life. Just pressure from that front line of Idaho Falls. Rolling out, now in trouble again. Throws back across, but it's not even going to be close. Caught, I think, at the 20. 4th and goal now. As I think time's going to run out on the quarter. Lida with the big hit. The reception made by Porter Brzee, but that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. As we move to the 4th quarter, it'll be 4th and goal from the 20 for the Titans. We're going to step away. Thank a couple of sponsors. We'll be back here for the 4th quarter on East Idaho Game Night. It's the Idaho Falls Tigers 21, the Thunder Ridge Titans 6. We'll be right back.
Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back here to the start of the 4th quarter. It's 4th and goal from the 20 for the Titans. They had it 1st and goal at the 4 after the blocked punt, and they've gone backwards since. Back to pass. Down the middle, into coverage again, picked off. Picked off at the goal line. Ooh, and a big hit at the end of that one is Hunter, Dason Hunter, gets the interception and then comes up and taps the man on the head that laid the wood on him. So they come up empty once again.
Did he catch that in the end zone? He did. Okay.
Did he? Did he bring it out of the end zone?
I almost think he just he just nailed that for a touchback. But
I couldn't tell if he was in the end zone or just outside of it, but it's one of those things, you're not thinking about that as a safety or a defensive back. It's like, hey, I intercepted it. Now I get to run it back.
Yep.
And he didn't quite, got out to about the 10 after he took a big shot there at the 10-yard line. But Dason Hunter.
Definitely makes a better story.
That's right.
Returning on 100 yards.
Yeah. That's way better than, I knelt it down and for a touchback. Back to pass, Olsen. They catch it. Is that number 88 or 89? Jager Hendrickson, and Olsen went down. Oh no, and he's hurt. That's not a good sign for Olsen.
Not at all. Yeah, the referees are even calling out the.
I can't tell what he's, rolling around. I can't tell where he feels injured, but they're coming out to take a look at him. Oh, excuse me, that is not Olsen. That's Jesperson. Jesperson was in there blocking.
I think he's holding his right ankle.
Kyan Jesperson, that's not a good thing either. Either of those guys going down, whether it's Skylar Olsen or Kyan Jesperson, you want both of them to stay healthy. Right now, he's kind of got his right leg pulled up to him. Not a good sign right here. Everybody holding their breath for the Idaho Falls Tigers. Well, Thompson Holman Weiler has served East Idaho for over 25 years. The law firm offers extensive experience in a wide range of legal services and represents a broad range of clients, from local individuals to international corporations. They realize how important a client's case is to them individually, so they strive to give each case the attention it would receive if the client was handling it themselves, no matter the size. If you need an attorney, call Michael White at Thompson Holman Weiler today at 208-522-1230 or visit their website at thwlaw.com. Thompson Holman Weiler is proud to support Idaho Falls football. And for all of your commercial John Deere new and used agricultural equipment, Choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at Deere Equipment, that's D-E-E-R-E, Q-U-I-P-M-E-N-T, that's Deere, D-E-E-R-E.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, and Rexburg are proud supporters of Eastern Idaho athletics. I'll do that once more. That's Deere Equipment, so there's not double E's in there. DEEREQUIPMENT.com.
Good job, Lauren.
Well, I had to look at it a couple times. I was like, wait a minute, that's not spelled right. Oh, wait, it is. So Kyan Jesperson, not sure what happened, but he was able to get up and walk off, so that's at least a good sign for the Tigers. Back to pass is Skylar Olson, dumps it off over the linebacker, and now a flag comes in. We're going to have a holding penalty. Gamino Salinas on the catch. We'll see what the call was. It was kind of a weird scenario. The guy I thought he was going to throw it to was the short receiver. It went over his head and over the linebacker that was covering him and went to the little deeper receiver. I call offensive holding?
I believe so.
So we've had an illegal block in the back on the defense. And now we might have an offensive holding penalty. And not on the line. It was out on a passing play. We'll see what the call is. Holding against Idaho Falls, and it was a downfield hold, so it won't hurt them as bad as something on the line per se. So 2nd and 11. Because it's a spot penalty that had picked up a few yards downfield. Because that hold was well downfield. 2nd and 11, handoff. Gamino picks up about. Gamino Salinas picks up 4 or 5 all the way out, back out to the 15-yard line. It's the fourth quarter. Apologize, not keeping up here on my scoreboard. Fourth quarter here. Idaho Falls 21-6. That same score it was at halftime. But now a big 3rd and 6. Down the field, Olson, a good-looking throw off the hands. They had him in stride.
That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, I mean, he dropped it right in between 2 defenders. It looked like it was on the money, but number 88 couldn't haul it in for the Tigers. That's Hendrickson.
Yeah, and I think that all comes back to a wet ball, and I know the rain has stopped a little bit, but that doesn't mean the ball hasn't touched the ground or been a little slippery. So
9:52 left here on the clock. Into punt number 17 for the Tigers. That's Colton Lyda. You mentioned this earlier, Josh. Colton Lyda has had an interception, had a big tackle for loss. He's punted the ball away. He's kind of the utility player today. And Lyda gets off a pretty good punt, low, returnable, but it then a slipping and dropping the ball. And now room to run. That's going to be a block in the back. As it finally knocked down to the 16, but that was definitely a block in the back that's going to bring the play back. It was a great return after the initial kick was muffed, and then he slipped, and then he found some room to run.
Penalties are just killers for everything right now.
Yeah, they're backing drives up when you've got it 1st and goal. You get a good return, a little momentum, return down to the 20 with great field position, and now it's coming back because of a block in the back. It's going to take them way back to, midfield. So it won't quite be to midfield, but it'll be awfully close, out to the 48-yard line. So good field position still, but it could have been at the 20. They lose 30 yards on the exchange, and down 2 scores. That's a big deal here with 9:36 left on the clock. Neither of these teams have found their way onto the scoreboard here in the second half. Rush coming, Johnson in trouble. He gets smashed. The first man there, the man up the middle, is trying to find him here. Number 17, it's Lyda. Who else? Lyda was there before Johnson even had time to look up. Right up the middle, basically untouched. So a sack for Colton Lyda. John Balgini just mentioned, looking here at the roster, Lyda is backup quarterback as well, and the starting linebacker.
I love high school football.
Even at the 5A level here in Idaho. That ball dropped off to Storer. Storer undercut, good tackle, but the tackler took the brunt of it, it looks like. So tackle for no gain, it looks like. And just kind of popped the shoulder a little bit there for the tackler as he went low. On the tackle was Bo Anderson. Bo Anderson, just 5'9", 160, so not the biggest guy out there on the field. Taking on Storer, who goes 5'11", 210. So giving up some weight on that. 3rd down and 15. The Titans running out of time here in the 4th quarter. Low snap, rolling right. He's got single coverage down the field and gets it on the comeback to the receiver. Receiver still on his feet. Now he's got blockers out in front, coming all the way across the field and finally taken down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that just showed Johnson's playmaker ability right there. Him to be able to patiently not run out of bounds or not run across his line of scrimmage, but look downfield.
Well, and Elijah Johnson, a good job by him coming back to the ball as a receiver to help out his quarterback, and then seeing the field well, taking it back across the field with his blockers to pick up some extra yards. So 1st and 10. 7:47 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Teo rolls right, finds another receiver open. 1st down across the 15 to the 14. That's number 11 on the reception. Another Johnson, Ryan Johnson, a junior wide receiver, 6 foot, 175 pounds.
Are they all related?
No, I don't think so.
A family affair? The
I don't think so. The Thunder Ridge Johnsons. Yeah, there's at least those 3. So a timeout taken by the Tigers, I think.
Yep, Idaho Falls. Yeah, they feel the momentum coming, and they trying to stop this.
Still plenty of time in this ball game. 2-score game. If the Titans can score here fairly quickly, plenty of time to get a stop, get the ball back, and with an option to tie this thing up with at least 1 2-point conversion. And they've shown that's what they want to do anyways. So I want to thank Rockwell Homes in Idaho Falls. They're Southeast Idaho's #1 home builder. By using local subcontractors and upholding the highest quality standards, Rockwell Homes strives to exceed your expectations to create a unique and innovative home tailored to your needs and lifestyle. Are you ready to start building your dream home? Let Rockwell Homes help design the perfect place for you and your family to call home. To see available homes, floor plans, and other great information, go online to rockwellhomes.net. The Johnson family and everyone at Rockwell Homes are proud of the local student athletes and wants to wish them the best of luck in tonight's game. Remember to stick around for the post-game show, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Brazee gets the pitch, trying to cut up inside, and a good open field tackle by number 1. That's Bo Anderson. You know, he might be a little undersized, but he's done a great job of setting the corner out there on those far sides. He hasn't let guys get to the outside, forcing them back in and making good open field tackles.
This whole game, I was going to mention earlier, but this whole game he's been facing people that are a couple inches taller than him, and he may not have the biggest of height or the most weight, but his heart,
yeah,
he's got it. He's definitely have that.
Not afraid to take on those bigger athletes. He's got that defensive mentality. Teo keeps it inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 4. First and goal from the 4. Where have we seen this before? This will be the second or third time that they've been in this position, and they've only got, well, I'll say actually probably the 4th time since that they've been in this position in this game, and they've only got 1 touchdown to show for it.
Yeah, last time in the 3rd quarter they were down there, they scored a touchdown, but it got called back on a
holding penalty. What else in this ball game? Just under 6 minutes. Johnson under center, I think, for the first time in the game. Hands back to Stodder. Stodder, no, he's going to be 1.5 yards short. 2nd and goal. I like this, though, better than them trying to go to the outside. They've had problems. I like them just going right up the middle. Probably try to use your line. I wouldn't be surprised to see Stodder once again with Storer as the lead blocker.
Absolutely. It looks like they're lining up in the same position. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with a fullback dive or something of that nature.
Storer in that over the left side with Stodder behind him. They'll hand it off to Stodder. Stodder getting to the goal line. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Thunder Ridge. I like the power run game from 1st and goal at the 4. And Thunder Ridge ekes a little closer. 21-12 now. And, you know, one thing we haven't talked about is the Thunder Ridge defense in this half. Idaho Falls hasn't scored either. You know, they racked up 21 in that first half, and they have been blanked ever since. Now Thunder Ridge going for 2.
You know, I'm trying to think as well. I think they've only had 1 possession, maybe 2 possessions.
Teo rolls out to his left. He's got a receiver wide open. He left it short again. Teo left it short again. And, you know, we've seen that 3 or 4 times. He had him wide open, and that would have been, you know, now it's a 2-score game. That would have made it a 1-score game. So that's a big miss on that 2-point conversion, because it would have been made it 21-14, then a touchdown and a PAT, or a touchdown and a 2-point win it for you. It's been a tough passing night for Teo Johnson.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been on the mark with most of his throws, whether it's been short or long. Granted, he's on the run a lot, which that makes it tougher. But still, that's one of those you can't miss on. I mean, there was nobody there. He was wide open, just left it short.
Yeah, he has looked good in the second half, though. And I think the coaching adjustments have been made. I don't think he's rolled left once. He's rolling through his strong hand side, and I think he's looked a little better like that.
Yeah, he's definitely looked more comfortable. Unfortunately, I feel like he's still been pressured a ton from that Idaho Falls defensive line, which has, you know, made them make quicker decisions. They haven't probably been able to get into the spots they'd like to get to. But they have done a better job of controlling time of possession. You know, they've been able to move the ball up and down the field. And, of course, put that ball in the end zone, but now they need 2 scores. They've got to have at least a field goal and a touchdown. I guess a touchdown, a PAT, and a safety would do it if you want to go that crazy route.
Hey, any way at this point for them. I think they'll take it.
Short kick taken at about the 14, nearly fell, did Dason Hunter. Dason Hunter trying to make some progress, and now a flag comes in from the backside very late. Not sure what it's going to be for, but I think there's a flag at the line of scrimmage too.
Is it a false start?
No idea. Late hit, possibly.
Something on Idaho Falls.
A targeting? No, I'm not sure what that is. It's a blindside block.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it went against Idaho Falls. I think it's that blindside block. So there's like crackback blocks in high school. That's a big emphasis the last couple of years. A blindside block on a player that you can't see it. You can't do that anymore, even if you get him in front. Jesperson into the game running the ball. He's had a quiet half. Got injured on the last possession, if I recall, and he hasn't run the ball much here in the second half at all, and he's hobbling still a little bit. So no gain. Keep looking at the scoreboard that froze on us. It's off now, so they had some issues with it. So second and 10 with 4:30 left on the clock. Idaho Falls happy to let that clock run down as you see Skylar Olson just looking at the back judge waiting for the count from him. He's in no hurry to snap this football. Here comes the count. Now he'll snap it. Maybe. No, now they're going to. Ooh, they just got that ball off. That's Salinas, Gamino Salinas on the carry after the catch. He gets a first down. So, I remember watching Sam Gamino Salinas last year and being impressed with him as he came in. I think he's just a sophomore or a junior? A junior. So I remember watching him last year as a sophomore saying, that kid is good size, he's quick, he's got good lateral movement as well, strong. And he's a good second back to have on this team behind Jesperson. Behind Jesperson. Again, Olsen just waiting for the clock to run down. And here comes the rush. They pick it up, and they just dump it off. And flag comes in. We're going to have holding or a block in the back. Yeah, he just grabbed him. Flag goes against number 11 out there on the outside. That's Peyton Thompson. You see the official showing you're just grabbing him. I mean, it's one thing to block as a wideout out there, but you can't just grab guys.
No, that's.
I mean, it's effective.
Well, maybe he's trying to give him a hug.
Make him feel better.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're down, but here's a hug.
Here's a hug.
Well, I think Thunder Ridge will take those hugs all day long because it stops the clock first of all, which is good for Thunder Ridge, and it backs Idaho Falls up, but it's still first down. That's the bad news. 3:14 left on the clock. They're running out of time here. Jesperson on the carry, scooting through, making guys miss. Jesperson, man, I think Jesperson got a face mask over there. But there's a flag in the backfield too. And Jesperson made somebody look silly out there as he stopped on a dime and the would-be tackler went flying by. Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
With as many flags that we're seeing in the second half, you got to wonder what they're gonna go over this week in conditioning.
Yeah, maybe some blocking techniques. Some legal blocking techniques, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of penalties. It's still first down. It's just first and like 25 or so.
Pretty sure it's been first down for the last minute or so.
I mean, I guess if you're Idaho Falls, it is taking time off the clock, and you still have the football, so timeout taken by Thunder Ridge. With 2:43 left here in the ball game. This is an IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night. Presented by Teton Auto Group, also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. About swallowed my tongue there, sorry. If you'd like to advertise on IdahoSports.com, just contact sales at IdahoSports.com for more information. We've got some great sponsors for years here on IdahoSports.com. Of course, the Teton Auto Group, like I mentioned, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, and of course our local sponsors, Rockwell Homes, a longtime sponsor on IdahoSports.com, as well as Thompson, Holman, and Weiler, and C&B Operations for all your commercial John Deere new and used agricultural equipment. Of course, the Eastern Idaho State Fair, speaking of C&B Operations down there in Blackfoot, the Eastern Idaho State Fair going on, wrapping up tomorrow, the last day. So if you haven't gone down and given yourself a heart attack with the fair food, tomorrow's your last shot.
Absolutely. I believe they have a
Jesperson on the run after the timeout, picks up, he might have got a first down. Maybe not. He might have got out of bounds. Awfully close, though. It's going to be 2nd and 2. After all of that, Jesperson picks up about 20 yards to make it 2nd and 2, and now a timeout called again by Thunder Ridge.
Sorry, folks, about the camera work. I was thinking about the fair food, and oh man, I was going to say there's a barbecue place there. I forgot the name, but they load pork and brisket and everything else onto fries, and then they put some barbecues. Oh man.
Josh has spent most of the week down at the fair, and yeah, when you're down there, especially. They're going to put some time back on the clock. 2:32 will go back on, so about 4 seconds is all. But, yeah, when you're down at the fair, when I'm down there, the things I like to do, I like to go around, look at all the animals, and eat the food. And if you can make one of the, the concerts, they've had some good stuff there. Jeff Dunham last night, the ventriloquist.
I believe today is Third Eye Blind.
I mean, they bring in some decent groups. Yeah. Of course, you guys even remember Third Eye Blind?
Yes.
Oh, you do remember Third Eye Blind?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I think I know one song. So.
One song, they're like most popular songs.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little more of my generation, I suppose. Third Eye Blind, pretty popular in the late 90s, early 2000s, and into the last few years. First down on that carry. So not a whole lot of options left here for Thunder Ridge. There's 2:28 left on the clock, and it'll start again after the ball is set for the first down. In fact, it's already running. Hometown clock there. And now they're going to stop at a timeout taken by Thunder Ridge. I say hometown. I should say home school, because both these teams technically here in the area.
Thunder Ridge calls their final timeout of the game.
2:18, the last timeout for Thunder Ridge, and I just think that not, barring a miracle, not enough time on the clock to get 2 scores. As that missed 2-point conversion was a big deal. I mean, it would have been a 7-point game had they converted that. And at that point, you say, hey, all we got to do is get a stop. And they had all their timeouts. But at this point, you got to get a stop, you got to score, then you got to get another stop and score again.
Well, yeah.
And you've only got just over 2 minutes to do it. So.
Yeah, and I think this all comes back to penalties for Thunder Ridge. I mean, this game would have been tied if
Yeah.
you know, if they didn't get a penalty in the red zone in the third quarter, and if they had completed that 2-point conversion. So that comes back. I know we're playing the what if game, but those are big scenarios in this game that has happened.
Yeah, and the first touchdown that they got on a short field was almost a little bit of a gift from Idaho Falls on that botched snap. Granted, those things happen. Turnovers benefit both teams, but right now Tigers looking to try to go to 3-0 on the season, and Jesperson, I think, on the ball on the carry near the 40, down to the 39, we'll say. And if things hold as they are, Thunder Ridge will fall to 1-2 on the season, and 0-1 in conference. Idaho Falls 3-0 and 1-0 in conference. Remember, we're going to have our IdahoSports.com player of the game. So I think they got Thunder to jump on the hard count. So they'll get 5 free yards. It'll be second and about 1 after that. Yeah, second and 1, excuse me. Second and 1 after the penalty. Teams typically just play the one time in conference. In theory, if both teams made the playoffs, they could meet up again in the playoffs. Not very common unless you're a couple of high-ranked teams and you end up on the opposite sides of the bracket. Of course, seeding happening in football the last couple of years for high school football. It used to be all predetermined, but draw out of a hat, basically. But again, Skylar Olson just sitting and watching for the back count from the judge. Keeper. Olson gets stood up in the middle. I think they're going to give it to him. Looks like he just had to get across the 45, and it looks like he got there. If not, it's going to be third and very short.
Yeah, I believe one more snap and this game's over.
Yeah, I don't think they gave it to him. I think they're going to be third and short, but that is the ball game. Wait, no, they did give him a first down. I'm sorry. I thought there was less time on the clock. So a first down. Clock will run. And they do have to snap it one more time because there was 55 seconds left. So they'll have to snap it once, and that'll do it. So Idaho Falls will move to 3-0, 1-0 in conference, but they've got a tough road ahead of them in conference. Madison, Highland, Rigby. It doesn't get too easy in the 5A ranks here in Eastern Idaho. So that's it. The Tigers get the win, 21-12 over the Thunder Ridge Titans. And that'll do it. Again, the home game here, the Tigers move to 1-0. We're going to step away. We'll come back with our IdahoSports.com player of the game here on East Idaho Game Night. We'll be right back.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Lead the charge into a brighter future with the all-new 2022 Volkswagen ID4. With an EPA estimated range of 250 miles, the ID4 knows how to go the distance. It's an electric SUV that's as fun to drive as it is stylish and functional. You don't have to sacrifice good looks for great performance. So stop by our dealership today and jumpstart your year with the Volkswagen ID4. Teton Volkswagen, where it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicle.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
I decided to get vaccinated.
Welcome back here as we've gone final. The Idaho Falls Tigers defeat Thunder Ridge Titans here on their both teams' first conference game. So the Tigers moved to 3-0 on the season. They were 0-9. Remember, if you remember that from last year. Now they're 3-0, 1-0 in conference. The Titans fall to 1-2 and 0-1 in conference. The first half was all Idaho Falls. And from then, in the second half, our only score was Thunder Ridge. It really wasn't as close as it looks, 21-12. The Titans had an opportunity on a two-point conversion to cut it to a one-score lead with about 5 or 6 minutes left in the game. They couldn't get it, and that kind of is how things ended. Idaho Falls able to run the clock out on their next possession. But a big night for one young man on the Idaho Falls Tigers team. Is our IdahoSports.com player of the game, number 3, Kyan Jesperson. A big first half, Josh.
Yeah, Kyan looked incredible in the first half, and he looked unstoppable. I know I said during halftime that he was maybe going for a record or some sort, but injuries happened, and it may not. The rain happened, and so.
And he didn't get near as many carries in the second half either.
But he had a full game worth of carry full game
in
worth of yards in the first half, and scored every point for Idaho Falls. It looked incredible. He really did.
Yeah, he probably had, we don't know officially, but probably 18, maybe 20 carries for about 180-ish yards, maybe 185. 3 touchdowns, again, about 155 of that came in the first half.
Absolutely. All
3 touchdowns for the Idaho Falls Tigers in the first half, well, for the ball game, really. So congratulations to you, Kyan Jesperson, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Well, this has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group. Our major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valleywide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter Idaho Fights Tobacco. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers for tonight. Of course, Teton Toyota and Teton Volkswagen, Rockwell Homes, Thompson, Holman, and Weiler, and C&B Operations. A huge thanks to them as well. And congratulations again to Kyan Jesperson, our IdahoSports.com player again. And thanks for joining us as the Idaho Falls Tigers move to 3-0. They defeat the Thunder Ridge Titans by a score of 21-12. Well, for Josh McGauley, Matt Kelly, I'm Lauren Jensen saying so long. Stick around on the site on IdahoSports.com. Check out that Friday Night Flash as scores come in. Finals from all across the state tonight. And tomorrow, there's a couple games being broadcast on IdahoSports.com as well tomorrow. So if you're looking for a little high school football tomorrow afternoon, log on to the site. That's IdahoSports.com. I'm Lauren Jensen. So long until next time, and thanks for joining us here at Ravston Stadium for East Idaho Game Night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com Game Streams. This broadcast is copyrighted to Idaho Sports.